Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Civilizations video. Like usual, this is Legend Ronnie and you asked me to do a video when the new update is going to hit live. Well, I'm pretty sure I believe that the most and the important stuff you have already seen or you already know. For example, now you can see the rage of the hero when they are battling. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a random battle. So I'm using Boudica and Charles Martel, and I'm gonna go into the commanders after that. You can see that my Charles Martel is level 40. I upgraded before the update. My Boudica is level 41, but we will get onto that after that. The commanders now have their own voice, which is pretty cool. I would say that I like it. That is alright. They talk a lot. So now, if I zoom in, not zoom out, you can see that Boudica has a 4 yellow whatever there. That is her rage. So whenever that fills up, she is casting the ability. And you can see that when the secondary commander has its ability up, he's doing the shield, which is Charles Martel ability. And also increase the damage when he does the shield, but not that much. Only 24%. Now you probably notice that my Boudica is casting abilities way faster than Charles Martel, and I'm going to go into the commanders and explain to you why is that happening. So this is my new talents on Boudica right now. If you remember my previous video, I used to spread the talents like all over, increase attack on archers, attack there, and I realized it is not really that good. It's much important to focus on something, and since I do not have enough army capacity to, let's say, just focus on archers for this commander, I still have to mix the armies, like all 3 types or even 4 types of them. I have to do it more like a general hero, and I found that this rage recovery ability seems to be very useful. You notice how often she casts that ability, and when Boudica casts that ability, it reduces the target's damage. So it doesn't just do damage, it reduces the target's damage, so it's pretty awesome. So I got that ability. Also, she's a garrison commander, counter attack and normal attack damage. I'm pretty happy with the build as it is right now. Now I'm going to the Charles Martel because I did Charles Martel before the update. My plan was, because you see he's an infantry hero and it boosts the infantries, my plan was for him to be like an infantry hero in the future. But because of this update, I'm going to have to reset him, and this will all going the same as Boudica. I prefer him to cast his ability to reduce the damage I take and increase the damage I do much more often than just boosting some swordsmen. Since my army is still going to be mixed for a very long time, I prefer him to cast ability sooner. And he will be same as Boudica. So this will be my 2 main hero. My main input about the update is that the game is turning into a pay to win, and I'm really sorry to say that, but that's how it is. And the reason I'm saying that is because the legendary commanders is the way to go now. So I'm honestly, and if you have legendary commanders, focus on them, do max focus on legendary commanders. They worth everything. I invested a lot in Tomoe, and she is like pretty much useless now. And this is a little bit of disappointment because they didn't give you a chance to reimburse what you have already spent, because you spent time, you spent resources to level them up. They should give you a chance. I mean, they upgraded the legendary commanders, but come on, give us a chance to get these other commanders. Let's say get them to 0, give us the experience, the skills captures and all that. Give that all back, so we can probably invest in legendary commanders since they are so good. Before the update, you can check my other video, the legendary commanders, they weren't buffing the troops that much. Their skills were not that powerful. Now their skills, they are tremendously powerful. Damage bonus when it's maxed 30%, not to mention that it's for 4 seconds, and absorb massive damage, factor 1000 when it's maxed 1200, while Tomoe only has 30% when it's maxed out for 3 seconds, and that's about it. Grants 5% to archers. Well, this is for infantry, but it grants 5% on the first level. It's 15 and 15 on the last level. So any legendary commander now is insanely powerful. It didn't used to be like that, but they updated, so now they are. Cavalry attack bonus 20%, march speed 10%. I was leveling up Lancelot to be my cavalry hero in the future. 5% when it's maxed out. A small chance to reduce all damage taken, and a very low damage dealing ability. Well, this guy, look at that, 1400 damage factor and has a 50% chance to deal additional damage by 600 for another 2 seconds. Boost cavalry, 50% damage to barbarians, so if you team up Minamoto with Boudica, you will kill barbarians in no time. The reason I still kept Boudica is because she has this 20% experience. It was very easy for me and her secondary commander to level up just doing barbarians.
My enemies will choke on their own blood.
So yeah, legendary commanders is the way to go. I got Cleopatra, which is eventually going to be a gathering hero. Nothing special about her, just gathering. Siege units attack bonus, siege units defense bonus 50 and 50%. What? Are you crazy? Jesus. So yeah, pay to win and legendary commanders. Obviously, if you have a maxed out Cleopatra or release this passive ability, and you're going to use her talents for sieging and just send siege troops, when you attack some governor city, they'll probably do tremendous amount of damage. Not to mention Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, he's like, he's crazy, man. In the next 5 seconds, troops attack and defense increase by 10%, all damage increased by 10%. So attack and defense goes to 20%, damage bonus 30% for 5 seconds. And if you're going to spend his talents for rage, so he can make rage, that imagine that within 5 seconds he will cast this again. 100% he will cast this again. So you'll have 30% damage bonus, attack and defense 20%, like all the time. That is pretty crazy. Then it has this one. And then it has this one. Caesar has a 10% chance to reduce enemies' defense by 5% per turn when attacking other governor's city. Lasts for 3 seconds. If I'm correct, 1 turn is 1 second. So when this is maxed out, it's 30% per second. So in the last second is 90%. So in the last second you'll do such a big hit that you will feel it deep inside the bones. Troop capacity another 15%. That is just crazy. Then another commander that I like is Richard. Richard the First. Healing factor 1400, damage reduction. Adds a debuff to 5 targets at most in the next 2 seconds. 30% march speed reduced 15%. But this is not all. You combine that ability, you combine with this one. Healing effect enhancement 30%. So you combine this hero with Boudica or another hero that has healing factor, and you'll be crazy. I mean, you'll probably just heal more than you lose every turn. It's just sick. So yeah, legendary commanders. There is no if or when or whatever. Everything you spent on blue commanders is obsolete. They will turn into farming commanders. Even Tomoe at some point, she will be a farming commander, unfortunately. Nothing more I can say to her. It's going to be epic and legendary, but strongly recommend legendary. Another thing I can mention about is the bundles has changed. I'm not sure if you are... They have changed, and they are very worse now. Before the update, the Living Legend was granting you like a tremendous amount of experience. I was really loving this bundle. Now after the update, they give you like a bunch of keys and resources, which they are pretty useless. You can make resources from the game. It's not something you might want to spend on. So the bundles, they are not really that great. I was trying to get this one, to get closer to this one, so I can train some troops, speed up some troops. But even the speed up is not that much. To speed up level 4 troops, I need about 15 to 20 hours to speed up like 1200 to 1400 troops. You do get the gems, is true, but no, the bundles before the update used to be much better. Now what is very important is the VIP levels, which this one is a little bit bugged. I'm gonna go to this one. Minamoto. If you get to like VIP 9, you get all the Minamoto sculpture. You maxed out Minamoto, so you have a maxed out legendary hero. That is very sick. I'll probably focus on getting to VIP 9, or from VIP 10 you get Barca. So you have at least one legendary commander, and then you have Charles Martel, which you can get him from the daily chests. So there you go, you have your second legendary commander, which you can max out in talents and skills. That's pretty much about it. That's what happened in the update. The focus is very high on commanders in this game. I've noticed. I'm trying to study and read as much as possible, but this update, they made the legendary commanders absolutely the most powerful commanders, and that is just insane. So that was pretty much for now. As I said, for me it's slightly or a bit more of a disappointment, because I would spend the experience like maybe level Minamoto if I would knew, rather than spend them with Boudica, but what can you do? So I highly believe that the game is turning into direction of, pay to win. It wasn't pay to win. There was a chance before, but now I really believe it's going into the pay to win direction. So this is Legend Ronnie and Rise of Civilizations. For now, that would be pretty much about it. My camera was out of focus for a second there. I'm still trying to do like as a video, like when there is an important battle. But whenever there is battle, I'm not home, so I cannot record it on my phone. I'm not sure how it would look like. I will try. I will see what I can do. Plan like massive battles and show you how it is. Until next time, this is Legeroni. Peace out.